I'm big on 9, too. These niggas is not even bulletproof. He say he tough, he gotta prove it. Don't think I'm frontin' in this music. No capping, yeah, I really do this. Don't let me slide and make the news quick. Fuck it, word. I'ma slide and make a news clip. That's sour, let me roll it.
Yeah, so we back with another one. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to use TradeBlock. It's one of my new favorite apps. I spend more than I'm on Instagram and TikTok nowadays, especially when I'm at work. As of right now, you can just trade sneakers. So if you're looking for your grail, you have another opportunity or a chance versus the resale. So I'm definitely gonna start going towards this more so than buying on StockX. Instead of going to StockX and buying a $600 shoe, I could probably trade a couple sneakers I have and get that same $600 shoe. I'm gonna pop the screen record on my right side of me going on the app and just showing you how to create it, the pros and cons, what you can do with the app, and why you should give it a try. So first things, obviously you want to make an account. So after you make an account, it's usually the standard email, password, you pick a picture, and then you start to add to your closet. So if you see me looking down, it's just because I'm looking at my closet. Your closet is basically the sneakers you have on hand. So imagine somebody sending you a picture of all the sneakers they have. They go to your profile and they can see everything that you have. You'll click it and it'll show you a whole bunch of different shoes. If you have any shoes listed new and used, I have both new and used. It's used, you just have to add photos. So you want to take the best pictures you could. Me personally, I like to do it where I take a picture of the bottom, the side panels, the medial panels, which is the inside, a front picture, and also a picture of the tag. I feel like that's the best way to do it. So obviously if you just made an account, you don't have anything in your closet. So you want to click the home page and it'll show you like a whole bunch of different shoes, random. Usually it's new shoes, popular shoes, or just a random assortment of dunks or whatever. And then if you click the plus sign, you can basically go through the size, whatever size you have, click that size, and then you'll put either dead stock, used, defective, and then you'll upload photos. Usually, you only have to upload photos for used. I could see that possibly changing in the future. Your box condition, or whether you have a box or you don't, and it'll be listed as good condition, damaged box, replacement box, or no box. You want to make sure you don't make that mistake, because I haven't done any trades yet. One of my friends has gotten a lot of trades off, and one of the issues he had was he did a trade that he really wanted to get through, but just because he simply didn't have his laces listed, no, he forgot to put his laces in there, it was an issue. And it's not like you can message them. Basically, even if the other person is okay with it, the other person you're doing a trade with, they're still not going to accept that trade block themselves because you had it listed a certain way. If it's not in that condition you had it as, or something's wrong with it, or it's fake, or you're missing something, they're going to send it back. So you want to make sure you just want to make sure you put as much detail possible, because the last thing you want to do is get a blockbuster trade off. Next thing you know, they can't send it through because something like shoelaces was missing. Also, they charge you a fee, so you won't get that money back. Let's say you want to create a trade for these Raging Bulls. It'll show you all the people that have it listed, and it'll show you the size that it's listed in, which I love, because now I can go look at 8.5. Okay, there's 224 people that have a 8.5 listed at new. So come on now, you're gonna at least be able to get one of those people to do a trade with you. Assuming you have a decent amount in your closet, you're gonna at least have one of those people to get a trade off. You can also go to use, and then it'll shift it. So now I see that only 11 people have it listed as used. So if that's what you want to do, you can do that too. So basically it gives you options. You have the option of either making a trade for a new or used, which I think is great, and it shows you how much people has the shoe listed. So that's kind of reassuring, because if you see a lot of people have it listed, then you know, okay, I have a really great chance to get that shoe. On the flip side of that, if you're going for a more rare shoe and you see a lot of people who don't have it listed, then you also know, like, okay, maybe I need to make a play on this shoe now, because it's harder to get, it's harder to obtain. Just to give you an example, let's say I send a trade, right? He has Strange Loves used in a size 10, right? Right then, when you click the shoe that you want, a list will pop up of all your sneakers, but the first priority will be his wish list. So he has fragments, he has fragments on his wish list, so it'll let me know, like, hey, this is the shoe on his wish list, so you might want to prioritize this in the trade. So that helps you, instead of kind of just throwing out random shoes, but also it gets you a chess piece. So you know, okay, I know this person needs this shoe by offering them that shoe, or one of those shoes that you have, because sometimes you'll have a lot of shoes that are listed on their wish list, or sometimes you might have one or no. It just depends on what you're trying to get. If you wanted to send that to them, you could click that. You could click the one on their wish list. I'm definitely not gonna click that, but you could click the one on their wish list, and then let's say I'll send them this. Let's say this Sakai, right? Sakai 9.5. You press continue, it's loading, and then you have the chance to ask for cash or add cash. I'll ask for like $100, and then a lot of the times, oh, this time it didn't go through. Let me see if I take off money. But it'll tell you sometimes that, okay, I don't know why it's not doing that. Let me see if I add something else. If you try to, let's say, you know how people try to, like, you know, people send you bullshit trades. If you try to do a bullshit trade, it won't let you straight up send it. So let's say I'll send him the Sakai, right? I'm sending him the Sakai for his Strange Love, Lightning Fours, and Pair of Dunks, right? If you go to preview, why is it still not doing it? That's not a valid trade. Let me see if I ask for something astronomical. Wow, it's still not doing it. I don't know what else to do. All right, so it's not popping up. It'll show, I don't know if they took it off or if they updated and changed, but basically it'll show like a it'll say this is 30% below the market value, you need to readjust your trade. So it won't let you send out something like what's a good example, Tokyo 5s for like all white horizon. Like it'll say like it'll tell you the percentage of it, and it'll say you need to send something better. So that kind of alleviates people just spamming you with damn, dying bullshit trade. So that's what I like about it. It can get annoying sometimes because a lot of times certain things might match up and that percentage will pop up. Most of the time it's straight. Also, you want to make sure, a lot of people use their bio as a way to communicate with people. Like obviously you can put whatever you want. I personally put the first sneaker I want in there, so you can see on mine it says need medium courage size 9. So that's a sneaker right now that I'm really trying to get. So you can basically put that, put your YouTube channel, anything you want to promote. I would say keep it relevant to the sneakers app. 9 times out of 10, nobody's gonna come on here to listen to your newest mixtape. It's just nobody's 9 times out of 10. I'm not knocking the hustle or saying don't try, but that's just not realistic. So I have my YouTube because I do sneakers and fashion on this as well. So that's why I have my YouTube channel on it. And then I also have what sneaker I'm looking for the most. If any of y'all got a size 9, hit my line, hit my DM. My Instagram is Longlivekdot. Slide in my DM. I got some heat for you. We could work something out. Let's get into the pros now. Some of the pros I feel like is avoiding resale. So now this TradeBlock app is a whole new market now. Now it's alleviated. Before it was you enter as much raffles as you can. You don't get the sneaker. You try on the sneakers app. That was the last resort, and we all know what that's going to bring, a fat L. Like that. Then after that, it's basically resale or the sneaker folds at the wayside. This is basically a whole new market. Not saying people didn't trade before, but now it's so much more, you can trade, it's so much more easier because now it's more reliable, because I haven't really seen too much bad instances on it. But just like anything in this world, it's never gonna be perfect, but as long as it's get as close to it, then you feel me? That's all you can ask for. That's definitely one of the pros, because now instead of your only option being to pay resale, you have a chance to trade. Now you can keep some of that extra money in your pocket versus dishing out $700-800 for a sneaker that you do really want. Because I know as sneakerheads, a lot of us have sneakers in our collection that we don't wear as much or that we just like to have. I promise you, you can package a lot of those sneakers and get something you really want. And I think this app is definitely encouraging that. And I'm expecting a lot of people to start moving towards TradeBlock as well. I wouldn't be shocked if StockX bought TradeBlock down the road when they get more bigger, and that'd be a separate option under StockX. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if that was a thing. Another pro of this app is I've seen a lot of people using it as an inventory app. So if you're a person that has a whole bunch of sneakers, I don't have that much sneakers, and I also have a good memory, so I know what I have currently. But it might get to a point where I don't know what I have currently, and I want to keep track of that inventory. I even seen stores putting their inventory on top, like on this app, to see what they can trade to boost their store also as well. So I think that's another good thing. If you're somebody that's forgetful or you have a whole bunch of sneakers, you can keep track of your inventory through this app. And then if you're a person that's taking pictures, have sneakers in this house, that'd be a good thing, because now you know what you have, where it's at, you can move accordingly. Another pro to this is you can filter when you're searching. Actually, I'll show you guys right now. When you're searching for sneakers, you can filter. So like you click that top left hand corner by sort, it shows you the brand. So you can, if you want to just look at Pumas and Reeboks, you could do that. If you want to look at sizes 4 through 8, you could do that, you know, because I know a lot of people that own stores are on here. So if people are coming in for those sizes and they need that type of inventory, they can have that option. Okay, let me trade some of my big sizes for these small sizes. So that it's good for not only the person who owns a consignment shop and reselling, but it's also good for the people like me that like to collect and they just want to trade and they're looking for specific sizes. Even if you're looking for a gift for somebody, You feel me? You can narrow it down like that. You can do it by available inventory, release date. So that I like a lot, and also by collector. So you can look at different people's closet. I follow a few people that have like 500 shoes in their collection, and I don't think some of these people are like store owners. It's crazy. It's so cool to just go through, especially like if you're on break or something, just go through and look at people's closet and just see what they've collected over the last couple years, or even 10 years. You know, some people been in this game 10, 20, 30. I've had some good conversations with people I haven't even really traded with, just being like, yo, your collection is dope, and just, you feel me, building a relationship like that. I can see this becoming a social platform as well. They're like building a social feed on here where people can show pictures of their sneakers, their collections. I can see all of that. I can see this app growing so big. That's one of the pros, as far as like you can filter through a lot of things. Okay, so now the wish list. This is probably my favorite thing on the app, because it essentially is what I showed you guys before. You click the heart on the sneaker, and that puts it in your wish list, and you put what size you want and the condition as well. And basically you'll add a whole, I'll show y'all my wish list. As you can see, you can just go through somebody's wish list and you can just see what they're looking for. Let's say your name is Brandon and you have off-white Jordan highs, right? And I really want those, and we've had some exchanges, but you're like, you know, I don't really see anything that you have that I might want. I could go through your wish list, and now I can build around that. So I could start making trades with someone else to get to that end goal of that sneaker. Because, you know, some people will be more willing than others. So that's what the key you gotta find. You gotta find those hidden gems. You gotta communicate with people. Don't just be like, yo, you got that sneaker? All right, cool, forget it. Go to them and be like, what can I give you? What can I offer you? What sneakers are you really looking for? What 3 sneakers can I get for you to trade? What 2 sneakers? How much cash? And then they'll let you know. And then now it's your job to see if you can go maneuver that in another way and get those sneakers to get the sneaker you want. So that's a lot of ways you can go about it, and that's one of my favorite things about the wish list. Okay, the cons, the pricing to trade. I think it went down because my original trade was 59, but I think when I posted my referral code, which I'll pop up right here, people used it, so I think it went down to 29. But I know it's half off the first one, but I think like after you do your first trade, it's upwards to like 100 plus. Granted, that's not a lot if you're doing a big blockbuster trade, but if you're doing like a simple trade, like somebody sent me City Market Dunk for my Knicks 3s, and that's a basic trade, but that's not something that $50 might make a difference where like I'm like, okay, maybe I don't want to pay that $50 because it comes with fees, shipping. I think shipping is $15 and stuff like that. If they could kind of bring that to a more reasonable price, and I think as they get bigger it will be a lot more reasonable and it'll make more sense, but just as of right now I'm not really a fan of that. Another con, app crashes. It's not so much now, but a lot when I was using that app, it crashed a lot and it got really frustrating, especially when you're trying to find a shoe, and that's another con, but I'll get into that. But when you're trying to click a shoe, my app would crash a lot. It wouldn't load. Like when I'm trying to send a trade, it'll keep spinning or it just close the app. But I know that just comes with more people downloading it and more traffic coming to the app. So I'm pretty sure that'll get fixed as well. Also searching. It got fixed now, but I wouldn't say fully, but a lot of certain sneakers I have to type in verbatim. So I have to like type in the same exact name of the shoe, and even then it wouldn't pop up sometimes. So it's just little things like that that I know they'll clean up and it'll be a lot better. So I'm looking forward to when they're doing that. But those are the only really cons I have with the app. The crashes, searching up the sneakers, and that. I'm pretty sure everything else I feel like is gonna get worked out. So I'm not really worried about any of those things. Yeah, that's basically how you use TradeBlock. Nothing crazy. I know before when I first downloaded it, they didn't have messaging, so they have messaging now. So that was a huge boost. If y'all have any questions, if y'all want to send me any trades, I'm gonna pop mine up right here. I'm pretty sure y'all saw it. Longlivekdot. Send me any trades. Ideally, it would have to be, I would like it to be my size, 8.5 to 9.5, depending on the shoe. But I'm open to all trades, new or used. It doesn't have to be on my wish list. I'll pop up my referral code. Yeah, if y'all have any questions, let me know. I love this app. I hope y'all enjoy it too. Let me know if y'all think this is gonna replace StockX, and would you like to use this more so than StockX? Me personally, this is gonna be my new thing. Outside of GOAT and StockX, I'm gonna try to avoid those as much as I can. But I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe if y'all enjoyed the video. Until the next one.
Hey there, which video games now?